Hello, good evening Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. I am Ivan Torre, your anchor in Eminem Breaking News. We're here today to talk about some very serious issue. The poverty in the Philippines makes the country an outlier in Asia. Ron and Prince is on the news. Ron?
Thank you, Ivan. We all know that poverty here in the Philippines is a chronic development issue that makes our country an outlier here in Asia. It is because of the declining economic strength followed by job creation. The archipelago's official poverty rate dropped to 21% in the first half of the year from 27.6% in the first half of 2015. President Rodrigo Duterte said in his July 22 State of the Nation address, economic growth of 6% since 2012 has helped to create jobs, especially in Philippine cities such as the capital Manila. Economists who follow the country say 27% is really fairly high by Asian standards, so I think that development is attributed to the Philippines' quick economic growth since 2012, said by Rajiv Biswas, Asia Pacific Chief Economist at market research firm IHS Markit Prince.
According to World Bank figures, poverty in Asia has decreased from 47.3% in 1990 to 16.1% in 2013. Factory employment, which are frequently driven by local export manufacturing industries, have propelled most of the expansion, particularly in China. Poverty persisted in the Philippines, economists argue, due to lack of rural jobs. Many of the country's 7,100 islands have a way of life based on rudimentary farming and fishing. John. Foreign manufacturers often bypass the Philippines because of its remote location. Compared to continental Asia and relative lack of infrastructure that factory operators need to ship goods. But the country hit a fast growth stride in 2012 with a pickup in manufacturing and services. After growing just 3.7% in 2011, the GDP that now stands at $331 billion has expanded at between 6.1% and 7.1% per year. More urban jobs are getting easier to find as multinational locate call centers in the Philippines, taking advantage of cheap labor and English language proficiency. Back to you, Ivan.
Thank you, Ron and Prince. Here in other news. Due to the pandemic that has happened, the pandemic has pushed the Philippines into poverty. And Jeneline and John is on the news. Jeneline?
Pandemic has pushed the Philippines into poverty. According to the government official, about 4 million individuals in the Philippines became poor in the first half of the year as a result of pandemic-induced lockdown, measures that dry up jobs and lower domestic demand. Poverty incidence in the Philippines increased to 23.7% in the first half of the year, up from 21.1% in the same time last year, according to the economic official, resulting in 3.9 million more Filipinos living in poverty. Jan?
According to the government officials before the coronavirus arrived, the Philippine economy was one of the fastest growing in Asia, but it dropped by a record 9.6% last year as the pandemic-induced lockdown stopped companies and cut family spending, a crucial engine of development. The Philippines has been one of the most impacted nations in Asia, with 2.84 million COVID-19 infections and over 50,000 fatalities. However, new instances have declined and vaccination rates have increased, allowing restrictions to be relaxed. After many things have happened, we are not sure how long can Philippines build up what's been lost. More firms have reopened and more people are back to work, with unemployment falling to 7.4% in October from 8.9% in September. growth accelerating to 7.1% in the third quarter, quicker than projected after many things have happened. We are not sure how long can Philippines build up what's been lost.
Thank you, Jenalyn and John. It is true that the poverty in the Philippines has risen up, particularly this time of pandemic. Our biggest question is, how long can we restore what's been lost to us? I am Ivan Torre, your anchor in M&M Breaking News. Good night.